Really in love with my best friend. Yesterday, he introduced me as his sister.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
I, 25 female, have known my best friend, 26 male, for 12 years. I've been secretly in love with him for about half of that time. Just a little backstory. We met in middle school when his family moved into the townhouse next to ours. At the time, I was in 7th grade and he was in 8th. We quickly became friends and spent a lot of time together, engaging in basic friendly interactions. By the way, this comes from TOA Love, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Carly.
I'm Dakota.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we would do, so let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, our backyards were connected. So when our parents were asleep, he would sometimes slip out of his patio door and come over to my room, and we would just talk. Around my junior year, his senior year of high school, we were both going through bad breakups. One night when he came over, he joked about how easy it would be for us to date. I agreed, but we laughed it off and didn't bring it up again. About 2 weeks later, it finally happened. We did everything but have spicy sleep that night.
Okie dokie.
Okay. The next day, we both moved on as if nothing happened. However,
Okay, well, to be real with you, then that's your fault. You laughed it off. You didn't tell him your feelings, and guess what? He doesn't feel the same way about you.
things slowly changed, and that is when I began developing feelings. After graduation, he moved away as fast as he could. Not far, just a couple of towns over. During the first couple of years, we barely saw each other, but still texted and occasionally talked on the phone. I assumed this was mostly because he had started dating someone at the time. Over the last 3 years, we've been closer than ever. We are both single. We talk on the phone every single day and have not missed a day, even if it's just a quick hello or a check-in. He knows I'm afraid of bugs and has come to my place to unalive big spiders for me a couple of those times between 1 to 3 a.m. We frequently buy each other gifts for holidays, birthdays, or just because. Every year, he takes me out for Valentine's Day and my birthday to extravagant dinners and an activity he thinks I would enjoy. A few times, he has sent flowers to my job just because, and even surprised me a couple of months ago by personally delivering flowers when I was having a bad day. I've taken him on vacation for his birthday, just the two of us. I've also surprised him at work with various gifts if he was having a bad day. We take care of each other when we're sick, including sleeping over at each other's houses and nursing each other back to health. He knows thunderstorms scare me and will often spend the night with me if it is really getting to me. Yes, sleeping in the
You need a thunder buddy? Really? You really need a thunder buddy? All right, buddy.
same bed. He has on multiple occasions said something like, I wish I could date someone like you, or I wish I could find someone like me for you. I have replied, yeah, we would be perfect, but we always leave it there. This year, I moved closer to him, about a 3-minute drive. He also works in the area, and I work from home 3 days a week. We both work in office settings that allow us to talk on the phone all day while we are working. It is basically a part of our routine. He calls me on his way to work, and unless one of us has a meeting, we stay on the phone all day until he gets off. Wow. Our coworkers know about this. He has been out with my coworkers and me for drinks. While I have not met any of his coworkers, I have talked to a couple of them on the phone frequently, as sometimes when he's in the office, he'll have me on speaker. They know my name, but have never met me in person. I work mornings, and he starts in the afternoon, so when I am getting off work, he is usually going on his lunch. If I'm working from home, he comes over on his lunch break and I make him food. When I'm in the office, I pick up something for him and bring it to his office, or we go out to eat on his lunch. Yesterday, he was getting off work early and I was picking him up to go to dinner and then to our town's carnival. He purposely walked to work that day because the carnival is near his office and the parking lot is horrendous at this time. When I got there, he was still finishing up some work and I had to use the bathroom badly. So I went in to use theirs. He got me and brought me back to his office. While we were walking out, we ran into a couple of his coworkers who asked if I was his girlfriend. I said no and thought we would leave it at that. He doubled down and said, this is my little sister. I was floored. He has never referred to me as a sister, at least to my knowledge. I've never told him how I feel about him, but I've hinted at it a little. Our mutual friends have asked us why we aren't dating before, and he has said he doesn't want to lose me as a friend. Call me crazy, but if anything, my feelings have tripled for him over the last 3 years of him basically treating me like his girlfriend. Now I feel completely stupid, like I read into things too deeply.
I thought of this story right now to let you know you can win
We're just skipping that. Yeah.
Too deeply. That's my
Well, essentially, what I'm getting from this is you won't tell him, and it's like, dude, just tell him and see what happens. That's all you have to do. If he says no, then that's no. That's it. That's all there is to it.
assumption.
I'm like, why have you guys not, like, I hate to lose you as a friend. You guys are basically dating.
Yeah.
You guys you are constantly in communication. You hang out all the time. You basically go on dates.
You could probably clarify today and be like, hey, actually, I like you. And he'd be like, okay,
I
you're
like
not my
you too.
sister anymore. You're my girlfriend.
And then the only issue is the awkward conversation the next time you meet the coworkers.
Yes, that's going to be weird.
This morning, he called me when he was leaving work. His office occasionally has to work Saturdays when they are busy. He told me his coworkers asked about me, saying they'd never seen him with a girl and could have sworn we were dating based on how we were looking at each other. They said they've never seen him look as happy as he did when we were together. He told me it's just great having someone in his life who completely understands him and allows him to be himself. I am so confused. I'm not going to tell him how I feel, but knowing he thinks of me as a sister has me very shocked, confused, and feeling like an idiot. Any advice, please?
Tell him how you feel.
Tell him. Don't do this not telling him. Tell him.
Tell him how you feel.
I think he feels the same way. I think the sister thing was a lie.
I agree.
Update 16 days later. Well, as a lot of the comments stated, he's not attracted to me.
Uh-oh.
The opportunity finally arose for me to bring it up casually. We were talking about relationships, and he was saying how he hasn't had much luck finding anyone. Things just haven't worked out for various reasons. Despite a lot of the comments, none of those reasons have been for how close we are. So, as he's telling me about the latest girl he stopped talking to, she was hardly ever responding to texting calls for anyone interested in the reason. I said, well, it sounds like you need to change up from what you usually go for. I basically told him he needs someone like me and our relationship. He agreed. He literally said word for word, yeah, you're right. If you were someone else, we would definitely be together. This was my first opportunity to bring it up, but I chickened out. Then we were both talking about how we haven't had spicy sleep in a while, as we've been single, and I said, yeah, we should help each other out. He kind of laughed awkwardly, and I should have took that as the sign, but I was in it now. I had the courage to finally ask, why have we never dated? He admitted that he used to have feelings for me in high school, but didn't think I would leave my ex. The ex he was referring to was the guy I was with before we had our one night that we don't talk about.
Well, who gives a fuck?
I asked him why he thought that when I was literally with him afterwards, and then we never spoke of it. He said it just didn't seem like I was over him at the time. So naturally, I asked, what about after, when he realized I didn't want him back? He said he had already started thinking of me differently, and now sees me as his sister. He says he couldn't go back on that now, it's too weird. It would really be like dating his sister. I didn't really push the conversation after this, I just let it end. I actually feel like he lied, which is a lot because I've never felt that way. I really think he was never attracted in the first place, and maybe that night was a rebound situation, and he didn't want to hurt my feelings. We'll never hurt your feelings because you can listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and search up OK Storytime. A little bit more. I don't know, this is just like, you guys can't keep maintaining this like.
Alright, we're just gonna skip to the part where they start talking because I'm aware.
Moving on. A lot of people said I was letting these feelings hold me back from relationships, and genuinely I wasn't. I've dated and things have ended for various reasons, also none of those reasons being because of my relationship with him. I actually found out the reason none of his exes had an issue is because he's been telling them I'm his sister this whole time.
Oh.
So he's been lying.
He just used it as a...
That's icky.
Oh.
No, that's, I don't like that.
Oh.
So yeah, safe to say that's never happening. I still feel utterly stupid and delusional for ever thinking it was anything romantic.
Wow. See, this is what I don't understand about these people. Like, they don't fucking make sense.
But lesson learned,
No,
I
that's
guess.
the wrong lesson. He lied to these girls about you being his sister so that he could still talk to you.
That's so icky. Especially because he just admitted he had feelings.
Yeah.
Ugh. This isn't going to end our friendship, but I will definitely be setting more boundaries, starting with no more sleepovers. And that's a start. I'll take that as a start. That's the end of that story.